All right, guys. We're going to work through these first 6 questions of 10.6. All right. The first question asks, what is the name of a minor arc? Looking at this diagram here, all right, there's a couple different minor arcs, but remember, the minor arc is going to be less than 90 degrees. So a minor arc in this case, less than 180 degrees. So there's many different answers. I would just put AB. Make sure you put your arc over it. All right, so a minor arc would be like arc AB. Number 2 says, what is the name of a major arc? Now remember, a major arc, you need to use 3 letters to name a major arc. It must be bigger than 180 degrees. So my major arc, I'm going to say is DAB. So D, your first letter, is your starting point. A is the direction in which you go, and then B is where you finish. Number 3 says, what is a semicircle? Well, a semicircle is exactly 180 degrees, and this is a diameter, all right? So a semicircle, once again, you have to use 3 letters, CAB. You could have also said CDB, but doesn't matter, all right? Just make sure it's a half circle. The next problem, number 4, it says, what is the measure of arc AB? Now, there is a difference between the measure of arcs, like an arc measurement, and arc length. Arc measurement is very easy to find. The arc measurement is always going to be equal to your central angle. So this angle right here is 81 degrees. So the measure of arc AB, all right, measure of arc AB is going to be equal to 81 degrees. All right, number 5, it says, what is the circumference of circle P? There's the center of my circle, point P. The circumference, remember, circumference equals 2 pi r. All right, typically they want you to leave it in terms of pi. All right, so the circumference is 2 pi. Your radius is 9. All right, so the radius is 9. So what is 2 times 9? It is 18. Your answer is 18 pi. All right, and then number 6. This is where it gets a little tricky. They're asking you for the length of the arc. All right, so the length of arc BD, all right, remember, length of arc BD is equal to whatever the measure of BD is, the measure of arc BD, all over 360, and then you multiply by the circumference, which is 2 pi r. All right, so what is the measure of arc BD? We know that this is 65 degrees, all right? So if we take, and we know this entire arc right here is 180. So if we take 180 minus 65, we get 115. So I know that the measure of that arc, all right, is 115 over 360 times 2 pi r. All right? That is how you figure out length. So, if we reduce this fraction, all right, we reduce 115 divided by 360, all right, whatever you get here, multiplied by 2 pi r. Now remember, r is equal to 9. All right, that will give you the answer in terms of pi. All right, so it's going to be I think this is 23 over 4 pi. All right, I think that's what the answer is in centimeters. So that's just after you do the reducing. All right, so you will get weird answers for that. Hopefully that helps.